What's up, guys? HOTSHOTFRONTIER back at it again with another video. And in this video, guys, we're gonna be talking about the top 10 things that you should be picking up from this year's Megatins Dueling Mirrors. Now, of course, the Megatins this year are appeasing the meta players and of course the vintage players to an amount. I will say though, if you're gonna be deciding between singles or just picking up tins and opening and hopefully you get what you want, definitely go ahead and buy singles, at least this time around. Only open up the tins if you're just having, for fun. You're not expecting to actually pull like as many SP low nights as you need, right? But personally, I think that you should go ahead and get something off of Gamer's Choice or even Tier 0. But definitely go ahead and look at pre-sales now before things start going up in price and of course out of stock. So starting off with the number one card that should be on everyone's list, especially budget players, is of course SP Little Knight. I have to say, every time it is a new year of tins, I'm excited for that one chase card, and this one is Little Knight. This card is crazy. I think when this card came out, of course, it was over $120 for one, which is insane. But now, this time around, you can actually go ahead and pick up 1 to 2 copies, which normally people did have early on. They had at least 2 copies in their deck if they could actually fit it, right? Now, personally, you can just have that 1 copy and you're good. But for $50, when this card was over $100, that's not bad, honestly. Now, of course, with any of these cards, they could go up, they could go down, but you have to make that decision beforehand. If you want to pick it up for this price, you're okay with that. If not, then you guys could wait. But personally, have these cards on your list for the future. So SP Little Knight, definitely the number 1 card that should be on anyone's list, especially budget players. Next up is Triple Tactics Thrust. Now, people might have already had access to this card. If you're waiting for maybe to get this in ulti, definitely that's the best time to do it, because now with another reprint, that card will go down in price, that rarity. Now, if you do not have access to this card, go ahead and grab a playset of this. This is really necessary because, again, just like with Triple Tactic Talents, people are using that a lot as it's a huge staple. Same thing with Thrust, because of any normal spell or trap card you are playing at max, one of these you're playing 4, playing 5, playing 6. It's really important. It helps consistency with any decks, so this really does fit with any strategy. You really should go ahead and pick these up now before it is too late and they go up in price. Now for number 3, we actually do have the Horus deck core. Now the reason I say this is because Horus before, when it came out, was really broken, and I think people have forgotten how easily you can summon these cards out, especially from the graveyard with the King's Sarcophagus, and go ahead and get into a free rank 8 play. And that's not even going into all of the Horus monsters effects too. So personally, huge move if you go ahead and just pick up the core now. It's sometimes easier to go ahead and just pick up cores on pre-sale, especially on Gamer's Choice, before so later on you have to go ahead and just hunt down every single card. Typically they actually price them pretty good. Now for the Horus cards, right, I believe the MCETI is about $30 here, or actually no, it's actually about like $20. So add that up, it's not too bad in terms of all the cards you are getting for $75. And of course you have the peace of mind of just grabbing everything all at once and you don't have to look back. So going forward, Horus will be a huge part in the meta. That's something that you guys should definitely grab before it's too late. I do have Centurion as a deck core for number 4, and I have to say it's a very good pickup. Getting it for $100 and it's high rarity, you can't beat that, honestly. And I feel like the deck was really expensive beforehand. So if you can grab this deck core, grab the new support from Legacy Destruction, moving forward, you're gonna have a very good deck. I think you can combine this with something like White Woods, but there are a lot of versions to actually try. And again, if this is something that you've been meaning to get, definitely go ahead and just do so. Grab all the cards now, so you don't have to individually hunt for your cards after when the tins come out. But for number 5, we do have the Super Star Slayer Typhon Sky Crisis. I love long names in Yu-Gi-Oh! But guys, beforehand, this card was around $20 to $30. Now, you can probably get it right now for 15, right? That's good. It's about 50% off. You can't beat a good deal. It's good to have 1 copy because if you're ever back into a corner, go into this card and hopefully you get yourself out of that corner. But for number 6, we do have Transaction Rollback, a card that was insanely expensive when it did come out, and I feel like now we have more data with this card. It's great for trap decks, 100% like Labyrinth, and personally, you can grab 1 to 2 copies, and you never know when you're going to use it for your actual deck, right? It's good to just kind of have. It's about $15 now, but the first card of it, right, the first printing of it was around like 20 bucks currently before the mega tins, because it was getting reprinted in these tins. So personally, go ahead and just pick up again 1 or 2 copies, and you'll see if you're actually going to use it for the future. But it's good to at least have access to this card. Now next up, we do have Bonfire, and as you guys know, if you're playing any type of fire strategy, you need Bonfire. Or in the future, if we are getting something that pretty much says, you know, it's a generic fire monster for any deck, how do you get that to hand? Bonfire, of course. 20 bucks each, not the worst thing, especially with how expensive this card was before, right? About 140, 150, and that's not even the collector's rare. So something that you definitely should have access to, even if you're not playing fire monsters currently. Next up, we do have Chaos Angel. So again, if you've never had a Chaos Angel before, it's such a great card, and I love it in Eldritch because you can just make this card with non-tuner monsters. It's insane, but hey, it's a card. You can actually, personally, in like decks like that, run 2 to 3 copies of Chaos Angel because you don't care too much about your extra deck. Now, outside of decks like that, I think it's a great end board piece that can provide a lot of protection for your monsters, your light or dark monsters, depending on which strategy you are playing, or even both. So a lot of bonuses that way. Now, if you're not worried about getting the ultimate rare from the OTS, go ahead and just grab this card for 15 bucks and you're set. Next up, though, we do have the Bestial Dispater. A lot of people forgot about this card, but this card is really good. It's a great synchro monster in the gate. If you can make it, if you're playing some type of dragon strategy, definitely go ahead and pick this card up. That's why I put it towards the end, but it is a very good pickup. This card was about 35 bucks just for an ultra rare from the 1 printing. So definitely consider grabbing it. If not, then don't worry about this card. And then same thing with Trident Dragon, the card that if you really want to play Tenpai, you needed to play Trident Dragon. So pretty much that is what I wanted to put this card here for. If you are planning to play Tenpai, just grab this card. Because before you had to buy like a $70 to $80 card just to play that deck, which is insane to me, but hey, that's what the meta is. But guys, that's all I have for you for today's video. If you guys liked the video, make sure you give it a huge like. Comment down below your thoughts on the Mega Tins this year. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Of course, let me know down below. And if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on so you're updated the moment I upload new videos. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day or night, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.